Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, hi again. This is my channel. I love to do DIYs on a budget, Dollar Tree DIYs, thrift flips, farmhouse rustic decor, wreaths, and seasonal decor. So if you like what you see here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Also leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys think, and give me a thumbs up. That helps my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. And I also have a wreath shop. It's called Chris's Wreath Designs. It is an Etsy shop. I will have all those links down below. Today is all about Shabby Chic Spring DIYs, and this is my group that we have together, and my co-host this month is Jackie Burns Creates. These women are fabulous. I will have the link to the playlist down below. More about that in a minute, but first, DIY number one. So the first DIY, I got these napkins on Amazon. I got this little round from Walmart, and that little stand there, picture stand frame, I believe it is from the Dollar Tree. Some picks from Dollar Tree and probably Hobby Lobby, just some stuff I had in my stash. And I'm going to go in first with Plaster Paint by Waverly, and I'm going to paint this circle round. These were only $1. Very cheap at Walmart. And then I'm also going to paint the little stand, the top part of it, with the plaster paint as well. And then I'm going to go in on the bottom portion of it with my truffle paint by Waverly. This is also chalk paint, and I just did the bottom portion in that color. Next, I'm going to cut out my napkin, and I'm just going to use the one little section of it, but you get 4 of these pictures on each side, so you could do a lot with them. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that on my round. So what I did is I took a wet paintbrush, dipped it in some water, and I went around the edges and kind of like teared where the water is, because this is going to make it look like more like blend into the round, okay, when I Mod Podge it on. So that's my little tip for the day is to use a little paintbrush and just tear the edges, and it makes it look more like it's blending into wherever you're putting it, whatever surface you're putting it on. And then I'm going to use some Mod Podge in my sponge brush, and I'm just going to smooth that over and then put my round down, and I'm just going to kind of smooth it out with my fingers a little bit. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some parchment paper, and I am going to smooth it out with my little iron, and this works like a charm. Then I went over the top of it also with Mod Podge, and now to kind of like seal it in. And now I'm going to go around the edges of this round with some truffle paint again. And I'm just going to kind of like make it look more rustic, vintage vibe to it, shabby chic, whatever you want to call it. And then I did a dry brush over the whole top part of it as well. And then once I did all that, then I did it on the little stand as well, because it's all going to kind of go together. We're going to glue this on here, and it's going to look so cute and shabby chic, which is the theme of this collab. And then once I did that, I sanded the bottom portion of the stand with my little sander. But I also went on the back too and dry brushed, because I want it to kind of all, you know, look like it goes together. And then, like I said, I sanded the bottom portion of my little stand just to give it more of a rustic look as well, and also sanded around the edges of my round as well, just so it kind of looks like everything blends in together and you don't have like any, you know, a lot of harsh paint marks on there and stuff like that. So it kind of all blends. And next, I took this little pick that I got. I don't even know where, you guys, but you can get little picks like this anywhere. They're purple. It matches the napkin. And I just started gluing them on the side. That's why I kind of did my napkin to the side a little bit, because I knew I was going to put these picks on here on the other side. And I just went along the edges, put a little glue, and kind of made them go around. And these pick was just perfect. And I don't remember if I got it at the Dollar Tree. I could have gotten it at Michael's. I always pick up my picks when they're on sale. You know, my florals and everything, I always get them on sale. I never buy full price. So I might have had these in my stash from last year, but you could use any picks you want. I know Dollar Tree has a ton out right now for spring, and I just kept doing that all along the side. Then I took this flower pick that I had, and with these little purple flowers, which are so cute, and it matched perfectly with my napkin that I Mod Podged on here. And then I just put a couple of them on the bottom just to kind of complete my little floral piece that I had going on the side. And then once I got all that done, and it looks so pretty, I'm going to take some Spanish moss and I am going to glue that to the bottom portion of my stand. So I just took a bunch out, cut it out, and then now I'm just going to put a whole bunch of glue on the bottom, and then I'm going to press that down, and then I trim it up to make it look nice and pretty. And be careful, I used my finger protectors because the glue will go through your Spanish moss or whatever moss you're using. And then I just trimmed around the edges just so it wasn't going everywhere. And then I'm going to take some wood super glue. You could get this at Dollar Tree. And I used that and hot glue so that I know that this is going to stay. It's not going to come off. And then I just glued on my little circle, my little round, to the back of that. And I did it kind of a little bit below, down further, so that it's not top heavy, okay, because you don't want it to tip over. And then I took some more floral picks that I had. These ones I know were from Dollar Tree. And I just glued two of them side by side, one on each side there. And then I'm going to take some more of those florals that we used in the round, and I'm going to glue those to the center. I know this is a bad angle, you guys, sorry. And then I glued them to the center. I just took a couple of them, glued them down, and there you go. There it is. I hope you guys like it. I love the way this turned out. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But like I said, this is all about Shabby Chic Spring DIYs. This is my normal main group. We all started together. I love these girls. They are so talented. Please go check them out. The links will be down below. Like I said, Jackie from Jackie Burns Creation is my co-host this month. Check her channel out. It will be down below as well. So I took another napkin that I got off of Amazon, and also that tile piece from the Dollar Tree. Whole bunch of ribbon, you guys. I have so much ribbon. And some of these wooden beads that I'm going to use. I didn't end up using all those wooden beads. You'll see in a minute. And I'm also going to use my antique wax, my plaster again by Waverly, and some Mod Podge. So the first thing I did is I took my egg shape that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I traced that out on my tile, and then I traced it out on my napkin. So I'm only going to use half and half. So I did half of the egg portion, the top portion, on my tile, and then half of the napkin on the bottom portion. So there you go. And this napkin is so cute too, you guys. And these napkins were very cheap on Amazon. I will have it in my Amazon shop link so you guys could check that out if you're interested in getting one. And then next I went in with my plaster paint by Waverly, and I'm just painting that tile, the whole thing. I think I did like 2 coats. And then I'm going to take my antique wax and my stencil brush, and I'm just going to do a really light dry brush over the top, just so I kind of can get that antique vintage vibe, and also to bring out the tile pieces so you get more definition on them, and they look so pretty, you guys, when you do this. I absolutely love using these tiles from the Dollar Tree. So much fun to do all kinds of things with. Next, I went in with my Mod Podge, and of course we're going to Mod Podge down our little Easter scene on our napkin, which is so pretty. And these napkins have 2 different scenes, one on one side and one on the other, so you pick your choice. This time I went in to show you that if you don't want to do the Mod Podge in the iron, you can use saran wrap, and it works just as good too. Any clear saran wrap, you smooth it out with your fingers, and there you go. Next, I went in with my little finger sander. I have this in my Amazon shop as well. And I just sanded the edges of the napkin off. Once it dried, I did this, okay? You don't want to do it when it's wet because you might tear your napkin. Next, I went over the top of it again with my Mod Podge and smoothed it out with my little sponge. These sponges from the Dollar Tree are so good for stuff like this, you guys. They're also good for painting too. Next, I put some oh my goodness, glue on the back of my tile, and hot glue, and then I just glued that down. Now be careful because it is hot when you do this with the glue on these tiles. Next, I poked a hole with my little hole puncher thing, but you can use anything you have that's sharp to make that hole again. And then on the top of my tile piece, I also Mod Podge because I didn't want that to chip, because I do craft shows, and this is what I use, you guys. Now guys, I love this ribbon. This I found at the Hobby Lobby in the his and her section where the wedding stuff is. and it was on sale, you guys. I got it orange stickered. So always check all the departments at Hobby Lobby. You never know what's going to be orange stickered, you guys. But you can use any ribbon of your choice. If you can't find this, you can use a different ribbon. But I used this one because I had it. And then I just glued it down to the center portion, so it kind of divides my two sections up. And then I just trimmed off the edges. And then next, we are going to be beading our little beads. I put these in antique wax. I didn't show you painting my beads. You know, I'll know how to do that. And I just use the antique wax to make them look a little antique. And then I just put them through my twine. I double put that through. So I put it in half, and then I did it like that and left a loop on the top. Then we're going to knot it at the bottom to hold those beads in place. I had to trim up my little twine, and then I'm going to knot the bottom, and then we are going to stick it through the hole there and then knot it. Sorry, I meant to say that first. So I put it through the hole, and then I'm going to knot the back and pull it, and then I just put an extra bead of hot glue where my knot is just to make sure that doesn't come through. And there's our little hanger. Next, I'm going to do a messy bow, and I use that ribbon again. All this ribbon I got in the his and her section, you guys, at Hobby Lobby, orange stickered. So go check it out. Hopefully they still have some left. And then I also used some ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just making strips. Okay, that's all I'm doing. And I just keep doing 2 strips of each ribbon that I use. And I also had this yellow ribbon that I had for a long time, and I stuck that in there too, because there is a little bit of yellow flowers in my little ribbon, my little scene with my bunnies as well. And then also this little other ribbon that I had, just any ribbon you guys have. And then what I did is I crisscrossed it. So we're just making an X. I'm going to use a zip tie to tie this all together. And we're just making a messy bow. That's all this is. And I just keep, it doesn't matter which way you do your ribbon. I just do the small ribbon on the top, big ribbon on the bottom. And I just keep Xing it till I get to the top. And then I'm just going to zip tie this all together. And there you have your messy bow. Super easy bow to do. I love doing it when I do a shabby chic or rustic or vintage vibe with my my DIYs. And then I'm just going to glue that on the top of my egg. And I think this came so cute. And then I just trimmed it if it was too long on one side, trimmed it down to where I wanted it, put a big hot glue on the top, and then I just glued it. Now I'm just going to take a couple of these little eggs that I had. These were on a pick that I got from Hobby Lobby, I believe, but you can get them also at Michael's. I seen them, and I just clipped them off of my pick. There you see the pick there on the right hand side, and then I just glued a couple of those on the top of my bow. And that was it for this DIY, you guys. I think this turned out super cute, super shabby chic. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comments. And next is DIY number 3. Now this one, I took this sign that you could get at Dollar Tree, and I took it off the twine, and I just put a bunch of beads on there. Now I kept this sign the way it is. Now this ribbon I got from Mel's Crafty Mojo, and I will have their link down below. I don't know if they still sell this, but if they don't, you can get any ribbon of your choice that's orange. It could be buffalo check. It could just be orange, okay? And you just do back and forth like I'm doing in a zigzag type of form, and I just keep going all the way down, and I'm making a carrot. And as I go down, I'm going a little bit smaller and smaller till you make a point at the bottom, and there's your carrot. And I love this idea. I think it's super cute. I've seen a bunch of these on Pinterest, but I had this ribbon, and I said, oh, this is perfect for the shabby chic because it's a rustic color. And I really love the way this turned out. And this ribbon just happens to have a lot of wire through it, so it made it a lot easier to form my carrot, and that's what I loved about this ribbon. But I will have their link down below. Check out and see if they have the ribbon. If not, and you want to make this, you can use any orange ribbon you want. You can use the Dollar Tree orange ribbon that they have. I've seen it. They do have it. And just do it like this, and just keep going down to the bottom, and you can just keep gluing as you go. This I didn't have to because it had so much wire in it. I just made it first, and then I went and glued at the end. But if you can't do that because your ribbon don't have a lot of wire, you just glue as you go, you guys. And I just kept going back and forth. And you could zigzag it any way you want. Just make it look like a carrot. And that's what I did. So this is all for inspiration. You know, you guys don't have to have exactly what I have. You can use whatever you have in your stash to make your little carrot. And this was perfect for this type of frame. So that I glued the top of it, like I said, glued it down, and then I just kept going down and gluing as I went after I cut it off, and I just kept going down. And you can do this as you go, or you can do like I did if you happen to be able to find this kind of ribbon from Mel's Crafty Mojo. And I just kept doing it all the way down. I just kept gluing it. Super easy, you guys. This is a super good rustic, I love it, shabby chic design that you can make with these signs from the Dollar Tree, you guys. I love these signs. There are so many endless possibilities with these that you can make things on. You can stencil on it. You could do whatever you want, you guys. Super easy. And you can see I'm just zigzagging and gluing as I go. That's it. Super easy, super fun to make, you guys. This is a simple, rustic design of a carrot. And you'll see in one of my other videos, you'll be seeing I found another way to make these carrots as well without using ribbon. It was using something else, but that's to come. You'll see that. And then once I got to the bottom, I just hot glued everything down. And then I glued down my end really, really well. I just happen to have just enough ribbon to do this, you guys. And then I just glued down the bottom, like I said, and made sure it was nice and good. And then I just trimmed off the excess that I didn't use or need. That's it. Super easy, you guys. And then I'm going to take some greenery that I got from Michael's. These were 97 cents, you guys. So not Michael's, I'm sorry, Walmart for 97 cents. And I thought these looked like the top of a carrot. And that's why I picked them up, because I knew I was going to do something like this. And I just sent them in and just squished them in the top of my carrot. And then I just glued them down one at a time with my hot glue. That was it for that. And then that made the top of my carrot. And then once I glued that last piece in, I wanted something to go along the top where it was. See how good that looks? I love it. And then I just took some of that ribbon again. You can use any ribbon, any burlap or rustic ribbon that you have. And I just made it the top of my carrot just to finish it off. I glued it down. And then you see that little bow on the right-hand side. I just made a crisscross bow. I didn't show you again. It's just a, you know, a nice little ruffled bow that I made. And I just used twine to tie that bow together. And then I'm just getting the rest of this down. And then I'm just going to glue that bow to the center of my carrot like so. And I just used some ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. That's it. And did it in an X. And that was it. And then I glued on my hanger. And there you go, guys. There is that one. I think this turned out super cute too. Let me know what you guys think down below. So now DIY number 4. This one, I took one of these wooden rabbits from Michael's. Some paper that I had, scrapbook paper that I had on hand, and then all that ribbon. And then I just traced it out on my, this was hard to trace out, you guys. I had to like really get in there with the pencil because of this rabbit. And then I went along the edges with my white Waverly chalk paints. I just went around the edges and a little bit on the top and then at the back. And then I went in with the Mod Podge, and now I am going to Mod Podge that scrapbook paper to the top of my bunny. And I thought this paper was perfect for this collab because it's kind of like shabby chic and I really like it. And this paper I got a long time ago, but you could get your scrapbook paper anywhere at any craft store. And then I went in with my little iron and my parchment paper and just made sure that I got that really good so that I didn't get any bubbles or any wrinkles in my paper. But this scrapbook paper was really thick, so that wasn't really going to happen, but I did it just in case. And then I ran around the end with my finger sander and sanded off all the edges. And then I also did some Mod Podge on the top as well. And then I went in with my antique wax. And now to make this look even more shabby chic and vintage, I went along the edges of it with my antique wax and my stencil brush. I also did the sides. I did the back, dry brushed it all. And it came out super cute, you guys. I love my bunny. And I love purple. That's my favorite color. So that's why I use this scrapbook paper. And it is February, and amethyst is the color, which is purple. And that's my birthday. This is my birthday month. So that's the color I went with for this bunny. And I think he turned out super, super cute. But you guys got to let me know what you think down below. I always love to get to know what you guys think. And like I said, I did the edges. And then I also went on the top as well. I just did a light dry brush on the top. Very light. Because I didn't want to cover up all that nice. And then I went in with my Chalk Couture stencil. This said Spring Has Sprung. And I used my violet chalk. The link will be down below for my Chalk Couture. If you decide that you want to be a designer, you can get in for, I think it's 10 or 20. I'm not sure. They keep changing the amounts. And then you get a stencil every month, you guys, for that price. And then you get these cute little stencils that are so perfect. I love these, you guys. And look at how perfect that came out. Super cute. And then I'm going to make another bow. Again, I'm just doing the X with all the different ribbons that are purple and violet and pretty color ribbons that I had. Some are from Dollar Tree and some I got at Hobby Lobby probably. And then I'm just going to zip tie them together, and we're going to make a little rag bow, crisscross bow. And then I just trim the edges again like you've seen me do before. And then I'm going to put that across the neck of the bunny. And then I'm going to use one of my little cute flowers that I had off of one of my picks. And I just glued him down to the center of my bow. And this came out super cute. And then I had this other little piece that I had from a pick that was darker purple, and I put that on there as well. And there he is. Super easy, guys. Let me know what you think. I'll have the link down below for Chalk Couture in case you're interested in checking that out. Now, DIY number 5. This one, I took a round from the Dollar Tree. This little bunny that came from Hobby Lobby, which was very cheap. Some eggs that I got off a pick. Some styrofoam. Some flowers, and some, what do you call this? Oh my goodness. So they have forest. I think it's like forest moss. They call it from the Dollar Tree. It's a different kind of moss. It's not the Spanish moss, but you can use any moss of your choosing. What I did is I glued down my styrofoam, and I love the way this one turned out, you guys. I saw these on Pinterest, and I said, I'm making one. And I just went around the edges with the moss, I guess you would call it, forest moss. And I just kept going. I used my hot glue, and I kept gluing it down. I used my finger protectors because you don't want to get burned. And I just did all of it, okay? So I went along all of the styrofoam from the Dollar Tree, and then I also put some moss down on the actual round as well. But I didn't go along the edges a lot because I want that wood to show through. Now, to do my bunny, I used a combination of hot glue and super glue, which is the super glue gel glue that you get at the Dollar Tree. I used both of those to make sure that my bunny wasn't going to fall off. And then I went on the bottom, and I also glued down some moss on the bottom as well. But I didn't go along the edges because I wanted you to see the wood, because this wood round is so pretty. And I can't believe that they have these at the Dollar Tree, these wood rounds. I mean, you would pay a lot more at Hobby Lobby for these, and I only paid $1.25. So I picked them up. I picked up quite a few to do something like this because I just love the way they look. Then I got these picks also on sale at Michael's, and I used these pretty, beautiful flowers. I love these as my center point for my little bunny garden that I'm making here. And then I used a couple more that I also got from Michael's, and I'm just gluing them down in there, and I'm just keep going, and I just keep using all these different picks. Some are from Dollar Tree, some are from Hobby Lobby, and some are from Michael's. And I just kept gluing them down. Some picks I've had for a long time. So you do you. Pick the picks that you want, the colors you want. My bunny is white, so you could go with anything. And the bunny, like I said, I got from Michael's. So I like that it's white because you can do anything you want, any colors that you want, right? And I just kept going with it. And I just kept, that's my dog, you guys. He's dreaming. I don't know if you could hear that. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. And then I just kept going with all my different picks. And you're just going to want to put them in your styrofoam. And I glued them in so that they would stay, because I'm going to sell this at my craft show. So that is what I'm going for here. Look how pretty that is already. I mean, you could stop there, really. But I kept going. And I just kept sticking in all these different florals. I love the way this turned out, you guys. This was my favorite. And I showed my husband and my kids, and they were like, oh, Mommy, that's so pretty. And I was like, yeah, I love this one. I just love the way it turned out. And I just kept filling it in, you guys. I really don't know what else to say. I just kept putting them in and filling it around my bunny, and just made my garden look so pretty. And those eggs that I showed in the beginning, I put those down in the front next to my bunny. And I just think it turned out super cute and super, like, gorgeous, you guys. And this was so easy to make. I mean, look at that. So pretty. Let me know what you think down below. I just think it turned out super pretty. I love it. Make sure you go check out the other ladies. The links will be down below. The playlist will be down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you get some more inspiration. I would love to have you join my little group here on YouTube. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And as always, remember, stay crafty. Bye.